That's right.
We
That's
cannot
right.
but give him praise for existence.
I mean, it's grace that has kept us. We were here last week. We went, we left, and we returned today.
I'm telling you,
so it can only be the grace of God.
I'm telling you, it's
God.
all by the grace and the miracle of God, and we should all have the attitude of praise and worship to God. Like a production and everything that it entails, entertainment, those that make the music, the videos around music. Even we will talk about the cast, and everything. We'll even mention the vixens also. I know a lot of people want me to ask some particular questions about vixens, and I'm sure our music producer in the studio this morning will deal with all of that. In the studio with us this morning, we have no other person but someone that is a music producer, an actor, is also a model. And I'm going to ask him something about that modeling part of Ace. He's got so many awards in music production. His name is Efe McDonald. Like to be called Efe.
Macrock.
Macrock. Macrock.
It's so good to be here. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I remember when I got into the studio and I saw him and I said, "Oh, Efe McDonald." He said Macrock. And I had to now let that go. Macrock. You seem to like that Macrock.
Yeah.
So let's start from Macrock.
Okay.
So how did you come about Macrock? Because
Okay.
Mark, yes, from McDonald.
Yes.
The rock now. From rock music.
No, basically.
Macafee.
So in 2011, 2010, I was in a group called Rock City. Ooh. So we're all like musicians. So all of us had rock at the back of our names, like our surface of names. Okay. So the group, we split ways, or part ways, we parted ways, and I'm still the only guy been having rock in the back. So we had UB Rock. It was more like, okay, let us use the rock to promote the band or the name of the band. So that's basically, so there's nothing so deep about the rock. It's just, it's not deep.
It's not really that they abandoned the
it's not that deep. So we had Mac Rock, we had UB Rock, we had UB, we had Sasu Rock, we had Jenny Rock.
To promote
just something to promote, yeah. So when the band split, I'm like, okay, let me just continue with the name. I think I liked it, yeah.
You liked it, and it's fine though. So let's talk music production.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing music? Yes, I know about this, playing keyboard from a childhood, been playing from the church. I don't want to, I hear that a lot. It's always from the church. Maybe the Muslim guys will now start coming from the church, so that they'll start doing from the church also. I'm waiting to hear a musician tell me I started from the mosque. That's just a little bit of a joke there. So tell me, when did you really start music production as a profession now?
Yeah, okay, so I started music production professionally in 2013, August 30th to be precise. That was when I finished my internship. And that's when I graduated to being a full-blown music producer. So I actually interned for like 2 months in a studio in Abuja. So I just had the passion, but I needed to get schooled and, know the basics, So from then I actually went rogue in music production in 2013.
So tell us music production. We're going to go into the nitty-gritty and integrity of music production. I want you to tell me, because how has music production been over the years for you?
Well, music production so far for me has been a journey, has been an inclined journey, because the music industry keeps on evolving. And if you are doing your old methods, you'll probably not be relevant today. So you need to keep on, looking for ways to reinvent yourself, reinvent your brand, and also reach out to more people. Thank God for the era. Back then when we started, social media was not so strong. We didn't have the likes of, Instagram giving us lots of time to showcase our skill. That time, Instagram videos like 30 seconds, you understand? But now, you can showcase, you don't have any excuse. Yeah. You don't have any excuse not to network. You don't have any excuse not to put yourself out there. So times are actually changing, and it's been an amazing journey, my music production career.
Okay. I find your bio a bit interesting. in fact, when I saw it, I said, man, this guy is smart. This guy is smart. A music producer, an actor, a model. Walking on 3 legs at the same time. So if one does not work, you can run with the other 2. I give it to you, my guy.
Very soon now, you'll be a music producer.
Side hustle. Side hustle now. You know that I'm waiting for that. But seriously, can anyone be a music producer? If yes, tell us how you started. I mean, how you started and what actually led you into that. Because I know you read computer.
Yes. Okay, so I have been... Okay, everyone can't be a music producer because the truth is that music production is different from beat making. Everybody can actually learn the art of beat making. Okay, you get the software, you go on YouTube, you know. But music production is deeper than that.
Tell us deep things.
Okay, so...
just answer that question before you go into that.
Okay.
I want to know how you started, what led you into...
Okay, so basically, I started off as a keyboardist, like, you don't want to hear. As I've heard over time. And then I went into acting in 2012 after my NYSC, and, you know, I'm like, okay, what can I do? I knew that I wasn't cut off for work. In the start, I knew that I wasn't...
The 8 to 5.
The 9 to 5. I knew that I wasn't cut off for that. So I went into acting. It was really frustrating. Acting was really frustrating for me. You understand? So I'm like, can we play keyboard now? Yeah, now go on. So I was running a professional program, a networking program for my computer science, and, you know, I'm like, okay, I have time. So let me go learn. So I applied for a studio. Gracefully, they accepted me. So I'm just like, okay, since I can play the keyboard, let me, you know, look for ways to reinvent myself as a producer. So that was actually what... So if it's maybe in a hustle, hunger, that actually gave birth to my music production. But I just actually wanted more. I wanted to be more than just somebody that just plays the keyboard.
Okay. So I'm also interested in that music.
For the side also.
For you to know that I'm serious, check this out. I have brought my paper and don't mind me. I mean that's just over the way.
Okay,
so tell us about this.
Yes, so basically people really confuse beat making for music production. Yeah, they're actually in the same industry, but the beat making process is another. It's like, okay, let's take a building for example. Music production is the total building. Music production is from foundation, buying the land first, getting where you want to build, getting an architect, the kind of building you want to build, and okay, I want a bungalow, I want 2-story buildings, I want 3-story buildings, you know. And that brings us to music structuring. Music production is the whole process. Mixing, mastering, the final process. Beat making could be like, okay, beat making is okay, let us, for example, beat making is just a process, let's say cementing, or let's say laying blocks, or let's say laying foundation. You understand? There are other things outside laying foundation. You could lay foundation in your house, but yet you can't move into the house. So you need the complete process. You need somebody that's a music producer that has...
let me help you here, because I have had the opportunity maybe on 2 occasions to, I think, for you to...
Oh, wow. We should get a keyboard here. No?
I sing very well.
Yeah.
Though not professionally, but I sing to praise my God inside, but I know that I'm a good singer.
Yeah.
Then
I can tell you every one of us, we want to. We do. If he said, I do that too very well.
Yeah. So I've had the opportunity to compose about 2 songs for some purposes that I don't want to talk about, but I found myself in the music studio, and it wasn't once it was the physical, you have the drums, the keyboard and everything there. The other one was just the man there in front of his computer and mixing the beats.
Yeah.
I realized that on that occasion, the second one, where we had just a computer, he had me take the treble, he had me take the alto, the tenor that I do, because I combine, I do a little bit of tenor.
Yeah.
So he had me take the treble and the tenor. So he mixed the treble. You know, before then, yes, when I hear the likes of Tokwe Alabi sing, I hear her sing 2 parts at the same time, and you begin to wonder, how is she singing the same song, 2 parts? She 2 people at the same time, you understand? So he would say he's a music producer. the man in the studio with the physical, the drums and everything will also say, I am a music producer. Yeah. Who is more of a music producer amongst them?
Okay.
Because the man with the computer seems so easy because it's technology and everything. In fact, it was so easy, so very, very, But the physical one where you had all the drums and everything, you still had to the sound is the keyboard is going above the voice, voice. So who is more of a music producer amongst them?
Okay, so
or are they both not music producers?
So they are all now. This music production process, like I said, if you take cognizance of this building. This music production process is, you won't say because you're an interior decorator, you won't say because you're a carpenter, you won't say because you're a painter. Okay. You will not come and say you are a builder. Wow, you understand? You will not come and say you are a this. So they are all in the process of, you will need a carpenter in your house when you're building. You will need a painter, you will need a person molding block. Now those are all segments. Beat making is also a segment of the total music production. But right now I have a lot of beat makers saying that architecture too is also, legal too is also part of music production. You understand? Marketing is also part of music production. You get so songwriting is also part of music production. So you can't just take one part. Okay, just imagine that a songwriter writes a song for you and I tell you that I'm a music producer. But actually, to be truthful, the songwriter composed the music. So, but the songwriter is not a music producer. It's just a part of the music production process.
So the music production, we will take one of your works now. But before that, I just want to I want our viewers to get it right now. The music production is like the mother of it all.
The total package from A to Z.
Yeah. And can one person stand in that,
gap?
In that gap?
Professionally.
Like, let me help you now. You're using the house now as a case study.
Yes.
The architect now is the master of them all.
Yes.
Because he's the master planner.
Yes.
Is that what you're
But the architect is not the one nailing. The architect is not the one planning. So not everybody has the ability to be an architect. So there are some people now, they call themselves executive producers. They don't know how to play. They don't know. They just in the studio, they'll tell you this thing is not going to blow. Remove it from there. Those are the executive producers. They are also music producers. But they don't do anything. They are the ones that oversee the project from A to Z.
Well, I'm really interested. Can one person stand in the gap?
Yes, one person can stand in the gap. Yes.
Okay,
one trained elite professional person.
I think there's more to you tell us.
Let's see. Our side also.
We will take your works now, and I wanted to ask you something about the executive producer. We'll come back to that. But meanwhile, we want to see some of the works he has done. Please enjoy this.
She got me in my feelings, I be harder. Father's got enough feeding my holy father, my holy father, only father, only father, screaming my Lady Gaga. She got me in my feelings, I be harder. Father's got enough feeding my holy father, my holy father, on my back, oh. I'm running back to you. I'm running track, so I'm running mad for you. Give me your map, oh. I'm running back to you. Keep breaking my map, oh, till I run out of battle, yeah. On my map, oh. I'm running back to you. I'm running track, so I'm running mad for you. Give me your map, oh. I'm running back to you. Keep breaking my heart, though, till I run out of battle. On my map, oh, I'm running back to you. I'm running track, so I'm running back for you. Give me your map, oh, I'm running back to you. Keep breaking my heart, though, till I run out of battle. Only father, screaming my Lady Gaga. She got me my feelings, I be harder. Father's got enough in my holy.
Wow.
Interesting.
Very
Macro, well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're the one I saw at the background.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Now, in that instance,
I can borrow you my glasses.
we saw a lady,
Yeah.
okay, and you are so what you were doing there,
Yeah.
also you were producing.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing there?
So that particular performance was a cover performance. That song is a popular song, Holy Father by Meyokun and Victoni. And we re-performed it. I reproduced the song. So this version you're hearing is my own production to the popular song. So when she was singing, whatever you heard there, I reproduced it.
Like a remix?
Like a remix version. Yeah, so we actually call it covers. Now that's something I do, to encourage a lot of Nigerian artists. I bring them up on my platform, and then they come and sing popular songs, which I reproduce and remake. You understand? So that particular version was remade by me. So I produced that particular version that we just watched.
So let me divert a bit with what you have just said.
Yeah.
In this case now, do you need some sort of, because this is that will definitely go to the social space outside.
Yeah.
Do you need the permission of the owner of the music?
So we are going to need the permission of the owner of the music only when we want to start making money from it. Like say, okay, for instance, we want to put it on streaming platforms, DSPs, like okay, iTunes and Spotify, when we can make money from it. For now, this is just a promotional copy. And legally, it is advised that people do covers of songs because it's also helping the promotion of the original artist. You understand? Most times, artists even ask the original artists throw their songs open for people to cover. And be like, okay, the person with the best cover has a gift, has something, or can have. Yes, yes, it's actually allowed in the industry. So it's a very fair thing to do, because sometimes most record labels even encourage covers, because the truth is that it's a marketing strategy. I have my fans, I have my people. Most of my people don't even know the songs, but when I cover it, they now know the songs. So attention is pointing back to the artist. You understand? So we are using. It's a win-win for both parties.
But in some cases, like this, let me give you an instance. There's this song by Tokwe Alabi, Ami.
Okay.
Emilami, Iwolami. Emilami, Iwolame. It's Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It's Amen. It was remixed by Laolu Benjo and one other guy.
Yeah.
But before Laolu Benjo remixed that song, Amen was very popular with Tokwe Alabi.
Yeah.
But when the remix came out, even I, as a person, at times I forget the original.
Original, yeah.
Because the remix somehow, it's funky.
Yeah,
and
covers
all of
up,
that
yeah.
has covered the in that case, the owner. Let's assume they never asked for the permission of the owner. They just signed it and it was just there, and people just took it. Is it not possible that, because we have to enlighten people, that the owner of the music, seeing now that the remix is more popular than the original, can the owner of the music not come out with, a fight or something? I just used that as a case.
Yeah. Okay. So for instance, now there was a real life scenario that happened. There was a particular song on YouTube that got really big. It got like almost ×3 bigger than the original song, and the original artist told YouTube to take down the video, and the video was taken down. It's okay. Some of my works have been taken down. I have some of my covers that had the potential and already was overshadowing the origin, and the issue take down. And we're actually okay with it. It's fine, because you are the original composer. We are just doing our beats as content creators and cover artists to enlighten and throw more light to your song. But we are also using that platform to also establish a career for these young guys.
With all of this experience, what would you advise me as a young and up and coming artist that wants to do something like this? Because you are experienced, you might feel it's not a big deal. If I, as a young and up and coming artist, do all of these and all of a sudden it's put down, I feel so discouraged at times, emotionally down, emotionally drained, and all of that. So what would you advise me in a case I want to do something like that?
Okay, so
because you just never can tell what will blow.
I'm going to tell you that you made a hit. You made a cover that was a hit. You also have the potential to make another hit. You have the potential to also make another hit. So if one of your work gets pulled down, you move on. It's not your work. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
You understand? That is just the truth. If you have 100% right to it, then it's your work. But if as an emerging artist, the truth is, as an emerging artist, you will need to write on people's songs to also get your own publicity. You understand? You need to do covers and stuff. So
interestingly,
if
Rock, I'm sure that's another of your stuff we're watching.
Yeah. This is like my latest job. This is an 18-year-old. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's the money, don't call me. It's been a long way coming. You know, go make sense if you don't know the journey. I do, I promise, mommy. But man got no worries. Just like yesterday, mama tell me, say, make alright. Anytime I fall, I go rise up. She said, no bigger look or stature. All this stuff I know. Anyhow we be.
No, so it's not.
Interesting. You know, I think, in fact, you're making me to, let me say, you're opening quite, other things.
I'm thinking about this side also too.
About industry.
I'm
really thinking about this side also. This is my voice that I'm
I don't know what you're thinking. Wait now. I don't know what she's thinking about. If you want to go into it, me, I'm talking about what concerns me. Your own.
Honestly, I'm loving all of this.
But seriously, I'm trying to look at the standard that operates in the industry.
Yeah.
And like you told us that you could do a cover.
Yeah.
And it's allowed in the industry. Now, it's at the point where you want to start making money with it. That is, when you say making money, you maybe put it on YouTube, streaming and all of that. Then you have to take permission from
the artist.
So, I mean, and again, you just told us that there's some of...
it could be pulled down.
Pulled down. So, so I'm looking at the kind of arrangement that you guys had. I mean, if it actually went viral, as it were, and it's making money, why should they? Is that not something also for the original owner of the business?
Okay,
why would they have to?
Okay, so most times the truth is that all these covers actually go viral. Now, if you have a very good copyright agreement, like if you want to, okay. For instance, I want to cover your song, and I know you directly. I could write to you, please, ma, I want to cover your song. Okay, this is how we want to arrange the split. Okay, whatever comes in from the generated revenue, we'll have maybe 60% goes to you, 40% goes to me. That is fine. You will not pull it down. No matter how viral the video goes, you are still earning something at the end of the day as the original author. But most times, people just put it up. You understand? They just put it up without even getting permission.
Your own instances that you got.
The one that I did not get proper clearance. I didn't get the proper clearance, and to be very frank, I don't really. I always expect my covers to go far, but that particular one went really far. They were playing it as far as in the US, in different malls, in different shops. You understand? So, the original attention actually drifted away.
Definitely.
But later, I am the original artist. His team, we had a meeting. We actually had a talk, and they were like, they are going to upload it from their own end, and then they will give me like a very small percentage. I'm like, no, let's just let it go. Let's just let it go. No, truthfully, because the truth is that when, for instance, a record label now wants to upload from their own end, they'll be telling you maybe they're going to give you like 4% or 10%.
But me, do you not think it's a win-win thing? Instead of you just allowing it to die like that, you still, at least something is still up there and people are still saying it and some other thing can come up from it.
If we're going to discuss this matter, it will take us 2 days.
Let's just leave the sleeping dog. To lie. Let's check out. So what you mentioned YJ. Who are the other artists?
Okay. First of all, like I was saying earlier on, every artist I have worked with, they are all notable. They are all I'm a talent scout. I'm a talent manager, and everybody I've scouted and I've worked with, they are people that have potential to be world-class artists. You understand? And I always say this slogan: "Person will blow today, if you no blow tomorrow. Person will never blow tomorrow. Person never blow today, if you blow tomorrow." So everybody that I actually work with, but there are some really notable, like you asked. I've worked with the likes of YJ, Rikasani. I've done stuff with Johnny Drill. I've directed Johnny Drill's band. I've worked with Timmy Dakolo. I've worked with quite a number of them.
Those are notable.
Yeah, those are, and then a whole lot of emerging artists coming up from Nigeria. I have a platform where like that we saw, where we showcase, we export Nigerian talents, basically. We just look for those known, really unknown, great Nigerian singers, and we just export them, and then people just get to know them, and then we just hope for the best from there.
Okay, I wanted to, when that music was being played, I asked you a question of Mike, that must it be solo?
Yeah.
I said, must it be solo?
So basically, we have different sets. Now we have different sets, but most times we showcase individual singers. But if you want a duet, if you want to come with a choir, if you want your full distance, fine, that can also be arranged. If you want a full band, we can also arrange a full band for you. But basically, we're just showcasing individual world-class singers from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to round up this. If a McDonald,
I know we have to round up, but before we go, I need to ask him the question about, because we're talking about music
production,
the videos and everything. The vixens, they play a very, very important role in music production.
Yes.
Tell us about these vixens, because like I asked you off camera.
Yeah.
Gone are those days, you see parents will say, we want to be a musician. Well, I'm going to read your book. But now, they will still, right from babies, they buy the instrument and all of that, seeing that music has evolved. But being a vixen is still something that parents are still skeptical about. Now, as a parent, as an intellectual, convince me to allow my daughter to be a vixen.
Okay.
As quick as you can.
Okay. This is your side also. You be patient.
Don't worry. I will see you outside this one.
Okay, so now we have a shoot that has the potential to go viral, to reach over 1 billion people. And we are, first of all, video vixen is not just a female job. There are male vixens, there are female vixens.
But most of the times they are females, and most of the times they come out, exposing so many parts of their body.
That is the narrative.
People are skeptical about it.
That is the narrative that
has. The vixen expose our body?
No, that's the narrative that has been sold. The fact that you hear Afrobeat is not just the fact that every Nigerian music must be Afrobeat. So it's the fact that you hear video vixen. It's not that every vixen must come out and expose her body or his body. You understand? Yeah. Right. I guess I've sold that too.
Yes.
If McDonald,
that's where I'm going.
McDonald Edu, aka Mac Rock.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Well, I know you have so much to talk about. Someday we'll still bring you back.
So
this is just Music 101. We'll continue 102.
It's been good and interesting.
Thank you so much for your time with us.
Thank you so much.
If McDonald, I hope when next we call on you, you surely be a guest.
We'll probably come with a piano so that you can also
be. You
can perform
live. Welcome back. Interesting time with the guest we had this morning. Mark Rock.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been able to take enough from the Music 101. Okay?
All right, we have a package for you this morning. We will be giving you a package talking about